Lewis. Yeah, this is nice. Obama.
Items and artifacts, and some of us read, a lot of us just like to look at pictures. But if you take and get involved and place yourself in that in those instances, it's a spiritual experience. And again, I know, having gone to a lot of museums and a lot of places and spaces where our history lies, it's something you don't soon forget in reflection. So we really appreciate the fact, Steve, that you do your very best to travel around and gather all this great information and then come back and share it with us. And tell us too about your friend that was recently the young woman who was recently appointed to the governor's board of governors.
Yes, I'm very proud. She was about this term of our mortuary class, which was the last class in 1980. That seems rather relevant, but that was 45 years ago. Mary Pettis Sharpless, you met her in, she's Mary Pettis Rowland now, but she was Sharpless when she was in school. I do have the privilege and honor of serving on the Kentucky Board of Governors Bar Association as a lay person.
Yes.
And Miss Mary now, as I refer to her, she has the African American Funeral Home there in Paducah, and she is now serving her first term as an African American female on our board. She would do a great job. So if anyone knows her, I think there's some folks in Louisville that know Miss Mary that can congratulate her.
Yes.
She's looking forward to that, and I am too. But of the 21 people, 4 of us are lay individuals, and I've already had 2 people who are attorneys say, how in the world, he didn't say world, but how in the world the 2 funeral directors get on our board? I said, go watch.
All right, yeah.
She will do a great job, and I'm honored to be on the board with her. But I'm going to add 2 things, and I'll let you go. In my research of my last class at the Kentucky School of Mortuary Science, I did not know this, and this name will ring with some. Roland and Reeves Funeral Home, Mr. John and Miss Marjorie, over there when I was in school. He was a professor of embalming at our school prior to my being there.
Wow.
I know he came to town from elsewhere. I'm working on that. He worked for the Williams sisters prior to Calvin Winston purchasing that. But I did not know he was a well-noted embalmer and restorative artist. I did not know. A lot of things I did not know that he taught at the mortuary school. But I found it interesting, and we're celebrating the 130th anniversary of that school. There are several articles in the newspaper that state 8 Negroes graduate school, 3 Negroes graduate school. So I'm going to go back from the time that I can prove when they allowed the African Americans to come to school. I want to do a little bit of history of those that have graduated downtown Louisville prior to integration and whatever, because I know at one point
is that the Chattanooga?
Had to go elsewhere to go to school.
Oh, yeah, okay. You got the Chattanooga choo-choo back here in the background going on back there, Steve. You got the dog barking in the train rolling.
We're terraced. It doesn't look over anything but my wife's flower garden in the back. And I'm standing here, and the train is over yonder, as we say.
Over yonder? That's what I'm talking. We're here, baby. It's blowing loud. It's whistling. And I'm glad it ain't Dixie. That's all right. Go ahead.
Well, my horn, because when I walk the room, they get out of the way because they're afraid of what I'm going to say.
Come on with it.
Young men, young ladies, we should respect and mentor. There's a young gentleman who is the youth pastor now at Ebenezer. He's from Hopkinsville, Kentucky, a great young man. We were able to have lunch with him. But he left me with this, and I shall leave you all with this. What's going on today in our world, we need to understand that God's in control, will be in control, and maintain control. But he made a statement for food for thought, and I drove home from Atlanta thinking about this. I shared with you. He said, Miss Steve, I said, yes, sir. We are now currently witnessing a rewriting of chapters and an entire book of the Anne Frank story. And I said, well, that's pretty interesting. And you know what? The gentleman's right. I believe it was that. God bless. We shall see you soon. Sorry to have taken too much of the time, but I enjoy talking, as you well know.
No. You're welcome to share anytime, Steve. We appreciate you. Bless you, you and Miss Teresa. We'll see you soon. All right, dear heart. Thank you. Bye. Yes, bye-bye. Or so long, a little bit later, huh? We're going to take some more listening pleasure from some more of our great local artists right here at the Soulful Sounds of DerbyTown. And let me see what you think. We're going to give you some more information about some things going on in the neighborhood and talk about what happened yesterday at California Neighborhood Day, and thank everybody who came out and made that a wonderful experience on yesterday. What's going on, Toy?
Hey, how you doing, man? Yeah, I'm back in town. I was ready. I had to just take my daughter some medicine. You know what, COVID's going back around, and they had sent a lot of kids home this week from different schools, and my daughter, she's sick like she might got it.
Well, you better get on that my place, man.
She ain't been around me.
Man, put
she
some
stayed with her
on
mama. You know, I'm a COVID survivor, so when you say COVID, I get some weight to you because I can't take another COVID shot or COVID nothing. Yeah, she's at the house with her mother, but I dropped the medicine off to her, and she said her throat was hurting this morning. But for the listeners, you know, COVID's going back around, so
put your
masks back on and start paying attention to the people you're around and washing your hands again, because not saying if you quit, but we have to be more aware, because I got relaxed. I got a little bit relaxed with it, and I'm sure everybody else did too.
No, baby, you got, honey. We chat, play some music before I say something I ain't got no business around here. Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Hallelujah, amen. Play us some music, Harry. All right now. You're taking a listen to the one and only Mr. Johnny Hammond Smith, Louisville's own. And of course, you have been listening to the great sounds of the Soulful Sounds of DerbyTown coming right at you. We want to thank Mr. Steve Ray again for calling in, sharing all that great information that he just shared with us. And I'm going to give you a little lowdown on some of the things that are going to be happening here in the city. Midnight Star was in here over the weekend, and we were glad that our hometown heroes were around here laying down some smooth sounds. But coming up on September the 6th at the Kentucky Center for African American Heritage, we're going to have Destination Smooth Jazz 5. That's going to be September the 6th, 2025, and the doors will open at 6 p.m. There's $65 general admission, $175 preferred seating. It's going to be featuring Miss Jasmine Gant and Mr. Julian Vaughn. Jasmine blows the saxophone, and Julian plays the jazz guitar. So you'll find that information on eventbrite.com and at Better Days Records at 621 Baxter Avenue. A certain percentage of those proceeds will benefit the FACE organization, that's FACE of Kentucky. I understand we have a caller on the line.
Yes.
Hello, who am I speaking with, please?
Now, this is Sister Joanna.
Hey, Miss Joanna. I knew that was you. I heard your voice, child. How you doing today?
Just saying hello, but I wanted you to know that there will be a live recording from the members of Elder Serve Choir.
Oh.
September 6th at 2202 Dixie Highway.
Okay.
The public is invited.
All right, dear heart, and you said the Elder Serve Choir?
Yes.
Oh, well, praise the Lord. When did y'all get that together?
Oh, it's been in the works for about a year.
Oh, wonderful. Well,
And
praise
yours truly has written a song, and they're going to record this song.
Oh, wonderful.
That's
There's
really
about 8 songs on the album.
Congratulations.
Yes, absolutely. So that's going to be September the 6th. What time will that begin, Miss Young?
All that will begin at 11.
11 a.m.?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Oh, all right. All right. 2202 Dixie Highway?
Yes, that's New Horizon.
New Horizon. All right. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sharing that information with me, Miss Young. I was so glad to see you a couple of weeks ago at the fashion show out there at the Will of God. That was a great time, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Pretty, as they call it.
Yeah, they were sharp now. The men were sharper than the females. They was laying it down, wasn't it?
Yes, they were.
Yeah, it was wonderful. Well, thank you
And
so
another
much.
thing,
Yes, ma'am.
I want to thank you for mentioning Pam Rankin last
Yes.
report.
Oh, yes. Pam was. We love Pam. Pam will
Yes.
She'll always be around for us. That's for sure. Because she was one gracious lady and a beautiful talent, and the Lord richly blessed her and blessed us through her for the many years that she gave of her talent here in Louisville and all over, because I don't think Pam would have had it in her to turn down anybody asking her to sing, especially if they were singing, she's singing for Jesus, right?
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful young lady, yes. So yeah, we appreciate that, Miss Young. We'll be sure to mention that again, September the 6th at the New Horizon Baptist Church, a new recording and a new song written by yours truly, Miss Joanna Young. The young singers. Yes, ma'am. We're going to be trying to be out there listening to you, girlfriend. And I tell you what, when y'all do record that, make sure to let me know so I can play it on radio.
Yes, ma'am. I certainly will.
All right, dear heart. Thank you so much. Oh, you're welcome.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Be blessed.
That's
So again, don't forget that Miss Joanne Young and the Elder Serve Choir will be doing a recording at the New Horizon Church at 2202 Dixie Highway at 11 a.m. on September the 6th. That's a Friday. And yes, it is. No, it's a Saturday. That's a Saturday. Let me get it right now. And I was telling you about the jazz concert also on that day. That is at, doors open at 6 p.m. and the concert will start around 7. And also on September the 12th, through December the 12th at 1701 West Muhammad Ali. Again, that's the Kentucky Center for African American Heritage. There will be two grand opening receptions for one, Threading My Grandmother's Needles, which is a hand-stitched story quilting exhibit by Sunshine Joe Mallard. And also during this same period of time, there will be a photographic retrospective journey in the African diaspora from the years 1979 through 2024 by Mr. Akram Burton at the center at the same time. So you'll get double for you just coming out and becoming a part of it. There is no fee to enjoy this photographic retrospective, nor of course taking a look at all of the beautiful hand-stitched works that you will see by Sunshine Joe Mallard. Also, don't forget about the play My DNA Made Me Do It, which is going to be premiering on September the 21st at the Clifton Center. They're going to have 2 shows, one at 3:30 p.m. for a $30 ticket and one at 7:30 p.m., which is a $35 ticket. And I had the pleasure of visiting Shiloh Church a couple of weeks back, and I tell you, those people, they got that choir together, and I can just imagine how their presentation is going to be through musical theater. So don't forget, people, to support all of the events that help showcase the wonderful talents and skills that we have right here in the city of Louisville.
It's a big month for people who are performing and doing
Oh, yeah, well, it's always something going on. I'll just be glad when we work it out as a collective that we share enough information in a timely manner where we don't clash with our events, and then we can support each other better.
Like being a whole, like everybody come out every week to the same place and it's different. It's really pretty cool.
Right, instead of you having 2 or 3 different events going on at the same time, and you can't really, support. We kind of thin ourselves out. But we're glad that, again, that you're taking a listen to the Soulful Sounds of DerbyTown. We're going to send out a special prayer for our buddy Ron Lewis and all those who are, well, we call it the sick and shut-in list, but again, we all got a little something going on, like you say. But for those who need a special blessing and a special prayer, we want to ask that we all come together in a collective prayer and pray for our community, especially for our children. Pray for the families of those who have suffered loss through senseless violence and the anger and the viciousness that evil does still persist, but thanks be to the good Lord, we have hope and we have faith, and we know that the Lord is going to work out all things. So we're going to continue on with the Soulful Sounds of DerbyTown, going into our second hour, BlackRoots Bluegrass. Going to be listening to some more Marcus Click, some more Tristan Marcel. Going to feature Miss Karen Chavez today from her CD. So I'm going to go and let them spin it out a little bit more, and we're going to sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Center for African American Heritage is a place to have a heritage experience. From the contributions of the great Muhammad Ali to the legendary African American jockeys, the halls at the Heritage Center ring with rediscovered history to share with visitors of all ages and backgrounds. The Heritage Center is here to commemorate and celebrate these rich legacies, keeping them alive for generations to come. The Heritage Center has proudly stood in the heart of Louisville's historic Russell neighborhood for over a decade. The Heritage Center has hosted visitors from far and wide. Experience the gems that is right in your own backyard, and hey, plan your next unforgettable event here with over 68,000 square feet of incredible space to entertain, educate, and enrich the lives of you and your esteemed guests. Please visit the Heritage Center or our website for more information at kcaah.org. The Kentucky Center for African American Heritage, a place to have a heritage.
Coming here to get on the show.
Hey, man.
I'm coming in and get down.
Okay.
Soulful Sounds.
Okay,
I'm on the other side. I'm jumping over here.
I'll tell you do some work. You got Harry J in the house, y'all. My favorite DJ.
With the celebrities, with Mr. T.Lewis and no one other than Miss Marjorie.
Hey.
My latest inspiration.
Yeah.
All right. So you gave him what? What did you give him? The list of new songs?
The following program is paid for by
Is
the
your training?
Kentucky African American Heritage Center.
What's your name?
You know, we had that in there. I ain't saying no name. You don't lie, right? I already shot that.
Yeah. Down. We got some drilling.
We all have my daughters and the baby be here too. She drops too. They don't take it too.
Yeah.
At 11:30 out of Suburban. So if I do, you gonna come on my daughter?
Yeah, I might grill tomorrow.
Well, I might go and do it. Since you said I might just go and knock it out. You gonna come?
Yeah. Okay.
I'll holler at y'all.
You going? Oh, I thought you was going to come over here and do something. All right now, that's Mr. Marcus Click, Louisville's own, and of course you just heard also from Miss Lisa Rankin Pursley. She's from Lexington, y'all. She was here a couple of 3-4 weeks back with Jack Carter Blues in concert, and that was her latest rendition of Dance With Me Tonight. Miss Lisa Rankin, right there from Lexington, Kentucky.
Pretty good song.
Yes,
I got a good groove to it. I can make you want to get up and dance.
Dance a little bit.
Yeah.
Shake off the hanks. That's right. Yeah, get your boogie on. Yeah, to look good. Hey, we need to learn to dance like David did, right?
Yes,
and not be ashamed of our praise. And like you said, when he gives you the movement of your limbs, and when you get my age, you better move, because if you don't, baby, everything will lock up on you. Then you got to sit down all the time. I ain't going for it. Yeah, but we're going to continue on this afternoon with the BlackRoots Bluegrass. I want to tell you a little bit more. We've been talking about ASALA, which is the Association for the Study of African American Life and History. We've been having Miss Barbara Boyd on for, and she'll be coming back in and sharing with us about ASALA. We've got Carter G. Woodson's birthday coming up in December. On December the 19th is his birthday, and the national organization as that each local chapter, wherever you happen to be located, do a fundraising event each year for Dr. Woodson's birthday. So we're going to be working on a collective collaboration with some other organizations in the neighborhood in Louisville here, not only to do a membership drive, because we need all of us who are concerned about our history and what's going into the heads of our children. See, instead of other people teaching us about our history, we ought to be teaching ourselves about our history.
Who is Dr.
Carter G. Woodson? He was the father of Black history.
Okay.
It was established in 1915 by Dr. Carter G. Woodson. ASALA is the premier organization for the promotion, research, preservation, and dissemination of African American life and history. As the longest serving executive director of ASALA, Sylvia Cyrus, exemplifies that excellence and resilience of the legacy of Dr. Carter be preserved. So they're going to be highlighting her work at ASALA's years. It's going to be in D.C. It's going to be a symposium, September 26, 2025, which will begin at 11:30 a.m. to be held at the Marriott Marquise in Washington, D.C.
So you might find something on him in the African American Museum or something. So
you're going to always have it. You know, before there was a Black History Week or a Black History Month, this organization had already been in existence for hundreds of years. When Dr. Woodson wrote The Miseducation of Negro back, I forget when the book was actually published, because it's had 2 or 3 reprints to come about. And it's really a study guide that all of us should have in our homes, because it mirrors, like Mr. Steve said earlier, if you think about the Holocaust and Anne Frank, the fact that she had to hide away in a attic for all those years as a child, and listen to not just her family, but other people's families being demonized because of their culture. It mirrors a lot of what we've gone through as African Americans. And like I said, Dr. Woodson knew way back when that was not only an imperfect way to think and act, but it was not righteous. So, of course, our scholars, before they ever renamed it Africa, it was called a Kabbalah. It was Kemet. That was the name of all. Africa is a continent. We seem to think that Africa is just a place. But Africa is a continent that has many countries in it. It has, Ethiopia, it has many, many, many cultures. And all of those people over there near that equator are people of color. So one of the misconceptions I feel we've always operated under is that we were a minority. We've never been a minority. It's always been way more people of color than there were of the other persuasions. The Europeans, if they were nomadic, they came from what they call barbarian lands. When you look into scriptures and you talk about paganism, a lot of the holidays, and we call them holla, like H-O-L-L-E-R, holla, like holidays, because they really have no merit on which to stand. And even the birth of Jesus, when we talk about Christmas, you understand, if you research that terminology, Christmas, where they took Christ and added, and a lot of people don't even have the decency to write it out. They want to put Xmas. You see what I'm put an X and then must. But we're celebrating materialism, not spiritualism, my pastor today, Pastor Kennard, was talking about Christology and numerology and ecclesiastiology, you know, as to how we have to break down in our understanding of the word of the Lord, becoming habitual about speaking truth to power.
Yes, ma'am.
You see, and a lot of times we can't speak truth to power because we don't know the truth.
Right.
We accept a lot of stuff that people tell us, and that's what we operate on. So we have to
I
learn
know
to
you've been
study
in Louisville all
ourselves.
your life, but I got off at the Dumanel exit the other day with boys' school, and it's a monument statue say Little Africa.
Yeah.
Right there. And I never really paid attention, but I was wondering why. I never heard that they called that part of the West End or what.
Little
Africa. I never.
Yeah.
And that's
It
the
was
first
swamp
time I ever.
area.
Ah.
When you go around by the railroad tracks, if you go down Algonquin Parkway and come around, headed toward Chickasaw Park in the West End, you're going to run across the areas back over. Those were the projects. Oh man, I wish.
Graveyard and stuff and down there. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, man,
Yeah.
it was a swamp. You understand? But that's where African Americans were regulated to
That's why they got a
live
little
in the
house
projects down at Carter Homes,
Yeah.
and you know, and they built up those kinds of projects all around the city.
Yes, ma'am.
And even you mentioned the West End School, and the man who built the West End School, where it used to be Virginia
Corder.
Avenue School, right?
Used to be
back in the
Carter
day.
Elementary too.
Yeah, in Corday Elementary, right. Samuel Plato. Actually, that's one of the buildings that is named over at the African Heritage Center for Samuel Plato. He built a lot of the post offices in the United States. He wasn't actually from Kentucky, but he made his home in Louisville, Kentucky for many years. So, and during the time that I was teaching Black history at that at the West End school, and I call it the West End School. I don't like the terminology boys because it has
they got girls now.
Yeah,
they got girls. My
yeah.
grandson go there.
It's great. It's a good school.
Yeah,
Great
they got
school.
girls in there now.
Great school. But I take issue with terms and
yes, ma'am.
and words.
Yeah,
You know, because because again they can get confusing.
Little young women there. They got young.
That's what they are.
Young
ladies,
teenagers.
young women.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
My brother Michael Abraham is womankind and mankind.
Yes, ma'am.
The Lord didn't create no boys; He created men and women, right? So He named us.
Yes, ma'am.
We should stop renaming ourselves.
Yes,
You see
ma'am.
what I'm saying? Because again, we do ourselves a disservice, and we do our children a disservice by perpetuating what I say. We bought into the myth. Now we perpetuate the lies. You know, because again, we were never called by any name other than heirs to the kingdom, are the names that our parents gave us. And so for us to be walking around calling ourselves everything else but our names, we need to get it straight.
So don't you think eventually one day all the people that grew up in that era of white people growing up in that era are calling people boys and girls? You know, once they die off or pass away, do you think people still use that terminology as being racism, or it was just something that they was just grew up saying towards black people?
Well, if it's ingrained in your spirit and it's ingrained in your mind, unless you change your attitude, unless you change your frame of reference, unless you wake up and see that what you thought was incorrect. Like I said, earlier, when you talk about wisdom, there's a difference between knowledge and wisdom, right? Wisdom is you applying the knowledge that you gain, but you also have to study to make sure that you know what you're talking about. Yeah. So we would pray prayerfully that people's minds would be changed and their hearts would be changed by coming to understand that we are created in the image of the Lord. So we all are brothers and sisters. It doesn't have anything to do with the color of our skin. It has to do with the color of our heart and how we think. It's not what you think, it's how you think. So again, we were given a special privilege as humans to be overcomers, to get over that. What anything that would negate us or make us think that we're any less than what the good Lord created us to be. So Pastor said today, you know, we all have a purpose. We all have a position. We all have a place. But you must understand all of those in order to regulate yourself into getting the work and doing the work, and then passing on what you learned to someone else so that they can have just a great life. You understand? It's
when
not
you speak of purpose, how do you, let me just ask, how do you, for people, and me too, is speaking, how do you know when you find your purpose? You know, how do you know this is my purpose? This is what I'm here to do, to take care of my mama and my kids. This is what I'm here to do, to sacrifice this for, you know, feed the homeless, you know, to go to church every Sunday and deacon, you know, how do you know when you feel this is my purpose?
Well, just like you, when you found out that after all the things that you went through, and when you got that time to yourself where you had to look at yourself in the mirror and say, why did I do this? And because of you were...
I don't want to do it no more.
And you don't want to do it no more.
Yeah.
And then so what are you going to do in the place of that? And you begin to go within yourself and recognize your strengths, your personal strengths, your personal skills, things that you enjoyed doing, what some people call their passion, following, not necessarily in the footsteps of anyone else, but taking and developing your skills and doing what you do now. Hey, what you do with Faderz, say the name of your company.
Faderz Up.
Faderz Up, right. So, yeah. So doing that, you know, you going around and documenting all of the great programmings you are doing in the community with the young people, that's your purpose. You understand? And you know your position. And I do get like when I am in my work position, I do feel less stress. And when I lock in, I hate to be even like it's like peace. I understand like it's peace for me. It gives me a little clarity. It make me feel like, you know, I'm working towards to help people too, and to show work of other people. So I do feel that's my purpose. But you know, sometimes I go through a thing. Am I doing enough? Is it getting to a point where, you know, it's making a difference? Or, you know, sometimes everybody might have them thoughts in their heads, but I just want to know, how do people figure their purpose out? You know, how they come to grips of, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Well, once you acknowledging the Lord working in your life is your first step. Because again, you have to develop that relationship with your spiritual being and understanding that you're here to do something. You're not just here to take advantage of the sun and the moon and the stars and all that comes with it. You know, it's not just about having a job. It's not about having a house or a car. It's about you standing and serving in your purpose that makes your life worthwhile.
When I was on life support with COVID, I was in there like 6 weeks. I was on life support. When I finally made it home, I had actually forgot about it. Like really, for real, I actually forgot about a lot of materialistic things I had. Like when I got back home, I was like, man, I got a TV that big. You know, I was like, the materialistic things didn't matter no more. Like I was fighting for my life. It was like all the stuff that I was thinking meant something. Up there fighting for my life in the hospital bed, that was like the last things I was even on my mind, you know.
Wow.
And then when I got out, I was like, kind of, like, damn, you know, I do have some things, but it didn't mean nothing when I was fighting for my life.
Wow. Well, praise be unto the good Lord that He brought you through that. I met a lady that said she was suffering from that strain of COVID that you never get rid of. COVID.
Yeah, it's like I got long-term COVID.
Long-term COVID also.
But I'm okay with it. You know, I'm glad I'm alive. You know, I can't cut 2 or 3. I can't cut my grass. My mama's yard the same day. I had to take little breaks to get on the oxygen machine here and there. But, you know, I had to take grips that I ain't the machine I used, the man I used to be. You know, but as long as I'm here and I have a chance to, you know, still make a difference, you know, I appreciate Lord give me a second chance. I did something right. I done did a lot wrong in my life, but hey, I must did something right for Him to give me a second chance. And I truly appreciate Him blessing me.
I know you're right. Well, look here, we're going to ask our engineer to go on and spin us some more soulful sounds of DerbyTown coming right at you. Louisville's own, making your ears tickle and your inner satisfied. All right now. So, don't forget, 1701 West Muhammad Ali. That's as Marcus Beatram Seabrooks loves to say, the KCAI, right here in Louisville, Kentucky, the Kentucky Center for African American Heritage, where you can have a heritage experience. And again, don't forget about the events I told you about earlier on September 6th coming up. We've got Smooth Jazz, Destination Jazz 5, featuring Miss Jasmine Gant and Mr. Lamarcus, Lamarcus. Okay, Lamarcus for now. I've got his name in my brain, but I'm 75, y'all. I apologize. Sometimes I forget.
I do it. I'm 49. I
So
just put something down. Like, go crazy. Be right in my face.
Be right there. You know what I'm saying? Vaughn. We got Lamarcus Vaughn. That's his name. We have a caller on the line. Who am I speaking with?
This is Ron Lewis. How y'all doing?
Hey, Mr. Ron.
Kind of good, Mr. Lewis.
How you doing, sir?
Good. I just called to say the book is entitled Soulful Sounds of DerbyTown, and anyone in the book that's on the wonderful record label can now be purchased exclusively at Better Days on Bird Avenue. Go to CD Baby. They still get some on stock. Just go to cdbaby.com and you can get it. This is Ron Lewis reporting. Over and out.
Thank you, Mr. Ron.
All right now, Mr. Wonderful. We appreciate you, son. That's what my man Tori was saying. He was saying that guy said he was going to have a birthday party. Yeah, so Ron, just September's coming in, so it's going to be your time and a few more folk I know. We'll be singing happy birthday to you. Here's another one. The Lord don't let you lay down, child. I want to tell you also, yesterday we had a wonderful time over at the California Neighborhood Day over there. The park was full. People everywhere. They were grilling, selling good hot fish, and Miss Cassandra of Junie's food cafe truck. I mean, she fed 328 people. Nice, it was wonderful. She had pulled smoked chicken and potato salad and coleslaw. It was good, man. It was good. She know what to do, but honey.
My granddad loved pulled pork. When we went to Newcastle, he's from Newcastle, and we used to go to Newcastle Day. As soon as we get there, he wanted a pulled pork sandwich.
I know, that's right. It was good. That pulled chicken was real yummy too. Yeah, Miss Cassandra put her foot in those meals. Yes, she did.
It's good. It wasn't. It was peaceful over yesterday.
We didn't have
I'm
any
glad
problems.
nothing happened. You know, that's good to hear something like that. You know. In our area, down in the West End, because they always look for something of violence or something to happen. So when we do have a good day, it meant a lot to us in the community.
Absolutely. We had about 2 or 3 foot soldiers walking around. I think the city had something going on. The one thing I would love to see in the years to come is for all of the organizations that were there on yesterday to come together as a collective and work together to make it an event where, again, Mary Hall and the California Neighborhood Association did a wonderful job. Again, they had so many giveaways. They gave away a lot of school supplies, a lot of gifts that the children enjoyed, a lot of books, and like I say, great food and great fun. DJ Jesse was getting down, and we had
and they fixed their pork up pretty, nice. They got a new court.
A few things over there, but it's got a lot of work. They need to redevelop redo the tennis courts, and the basketball courts need to be redone. You know, the football courts needs the basketball diamonds need to be laid out. So there's a lot of things. The community involvement is important. I met some people there, Mr. Carter, some people who have grown up in the California neighborhood who are retired, and
this would be a real nice neighborhood.
And our elders, but they're still around kicking it up, and they say kicking but not high, but they still here. But it was a great day. Like I said, we applaud Miss Mary Hall and the staff of the California Community Neighborhood. Descendants of California Community Neighborhood did a wonderful job on yesterday, and we applaud their efforts and the fact, as you say, it was a beautiful day anyway. Over there, they're opening up their new catering services called Three Sisters Catering, and they say you are gonna love what you taste. So I have the card of Chef Vicky Spearman. She said she was She was in the service. She's one of our veterans who served in Desert Storm, and she and her sisters have gotten together and got some delectable cuisine for us. Three Sisters Catering. And her name is Chef Vicki Spearman. Her number is 502-409-1331. So if you're ever looking for a new experience, absolutely thanks for her service. Right. Absolutely. She won one they gave away some tablets and some Kroger gift cards yesterday.
A real tab?
Oh yeah, man, they gave us some
cool,
tablets.
right?
Yeah, they had some stuff for you.
Yeah.
Yes, did it. Yes, did it. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they had some stuff for you. And Miss Jane Grady. Miss Jane had been a little under the weather. You know, she's one of Sister Maddie Jones. Some of our staunch community advocates and activists. Miss Jane would be everywhere. Miss Jane would be all over the place, right? But she had been a little under the weather, and she was able to get out yesterday. She and Miss Cox. So it was a great day to see our elders out
I heard
enjoying
Miss
themselves.
John never met her, but someone was speaking to me about. They're like, yeah, man, she's always been in the community helping and child helping. I said, I never met her, but they talk so, highly of her. They're like, she's tough, man. She always kept somebody from day one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's one of our most prolific civil rights activists here in the city. And inspirationalist. Miss Maddie has always spoke her mind and again spoke truth to power, you know. So we applaud all of our city and local activists and everyone who's out here attempting to make the world a better place. Yeah, so we're going to continue on with the Soulful Sounds of DerbyTown, spinning it out for you here this afternoon. You heard Save Me from Kevin Jones. And, of course, you heard the Midas Touch from the Sun Kings. All right, now we're going to take a listen to a little bit more of Miss Karen Chavez, I think. We're going to listen to either Blue Skies or Skylark. Either one's going to be fine with me. That's Miss Tristan Marcel. You may think she's alluding to a personal relationship, and it is, but she was talking about her dad. When she told me she wrote this song about her dad, I was even more impressed how the artistry of music allows one to deal with their personal emotions and their personal states of being, And Tristan, I'm very proud of you, girlfriend. Like I say, you're doing a wonderful job with your music, and I congratulate you. And, of course, we heard also from Miss Sharon Chavez with Skylark. I had a brother tell me one time he heard Karen do that over at the African Heritage Center. He said, I think anybody but Aretha Franklin could sing that song. I said, well, Miss Karen Chavez knows how to do it justice.
She's pretty tough.
Yeah, she's tough lady. And I'm so excited because for my Christmas present, you ain't going to see me around the first week of December, because I'm going to go to Honolulu where she at. And they back on the beach. Yes, I am. I'm going to be Skylark. Be all right, because I need to rest. Lord have mercy. Don't forget now about Miss Joanna Young's recording program on September the 6th at 11 a.m. at 2202 Dixie Highway at the New Horizon Church over there. Don't forget about Destination Smooth Jazz 5 featuring Miss Jasmine Gant and Mr. Vaughn. He plays jazz guitar. Julian Vaughn plays jazz guitar. So they're going to be at the African Heritage Center on September the 6th. Doors open at 6 p.m. You can go on Eventbrite for that information. And also, of course, at Better Days' new location out at 621 Baxter Avenue. Also, don't forget about Needles, Threading My Grandmother's Needles by Sunshine Joe Mallard, which will have opening reception on September the 12th. And also, at the same time, we'll be having a reception for a photographic retrospective of a journey in the African diaspora by Mr. Akram Burton at the same period of time. So you're going to get 2 for 1 on that day. Those exhibits are going to run from September 12th through December the 12th. in our neighborhood and in our community for years. And he was a great guy, great man, and we appreciate the strong legacy of music he left behind for us, and also how he helped bring so many souls to Christ. So
we happy Labor Day.
Well, you can,
happy Labor Day for the hard work. Because people do want to say they're doing good labor. We hope you enjoy
absolutely, honey.
at least one day off. We just chill and get some rest.
They ain't gonna be chilling. They gonna be partying like rock stars. They ain't gonna be chilling. They gonna be barbecuing.
That's the last day.
Popping off in firecrackers. I don't want to hear all that mess. But that's gonna be all right too. It's for as long as you don't hurt nobody. Like you said, don't hurt nobody. We're going to pray that for the safekeeping of all our people in our community and of our children especially, continued prayer for those families and even for the young man who committed that horrific crime. That no one could see that child was suffering. He was suffering too. He's a victim too, sadly, but he's a victim too. And we should pray for those less fortunate than ourselves, because therefore the grace of God go out. So we just thank the Lord for blessing us and keeping us, and want to give a great shout out to everyone who's listening. Thanking you all for tuning in every Sunday to WLLV 1240 AM 101.9 FM and listening from 4 to 6 to the Soulful sounds of DerbyTown. A special prayer for my sissy, Miss Gwendolyn Struggs, and Miss Virginia Brackenridge, and just a lot of folk. Everybody is in my heart and mind. The Lord knows who I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. And for all of those out there who need it, we got it for you. In the name of Jesus, we plead the blood over your healing and your health, your mind, your spirit, and your heart. So we're going to go out with Jesus. Yes, God is real. Charles Kirby. Well,
I may not know. There are some days I can't go.
Well, have you heard it?
But I'm sure it's one thing. God is real, so I can feel it in my soul right now. Oh, yeah. Yes, God is real. He's real in my soul right now, Lord. Oh, yes, He is. God is real. For He has won and made me whole. Yeah, we hope y'all really enjoyed the show tonight. And I just want to give you something to go. There's a scripture that talks about how does it get what the Spirit do. And I just want to say, I would rather run afraid than to be afraid. I know. Thank you for tuning in. See you next time.
my man T.Lewis.
Yeah, this is right. Obama.